Guys, what's up? It's Amanda here, and welcome back to another episode slash video, I guess, with building. So this one was actually kind of difficult because I was referencing a A-frame house in real life, but the A-frame was at a triangle angle in the front, so like it had a center point that stuck out the farthest, and then the two sides kind of made a triangle edge thing, and I was like, I can't really do that in The Sims, so I guess we'll stick with the classic flat front A-frame. I was really hoping to kind of make something like that work, but it just didn't turn out, so but this challenge actually was created for my lovely friend who I have met on Twitch named Firefly. She had I believe it was an April challenge, an April build challenge. Yeah, I know, I'm finally coming out with the speed build. But I'm pretty sure she did this challenge in April. And the theme was April, Spring, Rain. So I was kind of thinking of doing cabins and, you know, just classic things when you think of with spring and I guess rain. I don't know. It was really hard to explain. For some reason, the first thing that came to my head was a cabin. Now, not necessarily an A-frame cabin, but as of late, I've really enjoyed making A-frames. It is really hard to get the roofing to work, but once you do get the roofing to work, it is so rewarding. I can't even express that enough, you guys. It feels so good when you can get an A-frame to work and look really good, but also look unique. So that was the goal here. And again, April, rain, you're getting ready for the summertime. You're getting ready to be outside. However, I wanted an area where my Sims could hang out outside while it's raining. So I had that little roof extended outwards so they could kind of hang out outside underneath that little roof awning. Well, it's not even little, it's like the whole side of the house, but you guys know what I mean. And also, one thing that I would really like The Sims to add, is triangle windows. Now, like, you know, right-angled triangles. Just for the fact that you could make a really cool looking A-frame house. Right now The Sims is kind of lacking. As you can see there, I've got the windows on that main part, but then, you know, it's super awkward because you can't fill in those random slant gaps with windows that could actually work, because we don't have any that work, so it's really frustrating. I wish The Sims had more window options. I know there's CC options. I actually do have a few CC options, but I wanted to make this so it was able for everybody to download on the gallery. So that is why I went with only in-game items, so you guys could also download and enjoy this house if you so please. But yeah, this is a very interesting build. I was gonna have the glass window go all the way through it, but then I was like, you know what, that might be too much natural light. But I knew for sure that I wanted a, glass roof in one part of the build, because could you just imagine reading a book, right? Reading a book, eating dinner, whatever, working out, and it's raining outside and the roof is see-through so you can listen to the rain and hear the rain and see the rain. Like, how relaxing would that be? And then here I am making an infinity pool, I guess is what you could call it. I'm not sure if that's the actual official name for those types of pools. But yeah, I'm making an infinity pool. And the reason why I wanted to make an infinity pool was because, again, the theme of water and rain and spring, really just, I wanted to capture that essence, like, horribly bad in this build. So I instead made this pool, and then, you know, a nice hangout area outside. Even though it's rainy, I feel like they would have a rain garden. So out front, in front of the pool, I ended up making a huge garden area for them to hang out in. So when it's not raining, when their April showers are giving them May flowers, they would be ready to go. But yeah, that was pretty much the concept. And in the inside, it was really hard to work out, like, what I wanted the layout to be, because it was a really strange layout. When you're working with roofs like this, it can be really hard to figure out what you want to do with the layout, how much space you actually have to work with before the game becomes glitchy. So it takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of, I don't know, just focus in general to figure out your layout. And then you have these issues sometimes where the roof will come out if you delete walls. So like you have to really be careful about everything. It's really annoying. But thankfully here I didn't have that issue with the roof on the top floor. I was just trying to figure out a good layout to where the family could have a living room space because I couldn't make it work on the main floor. But also like a communal bathroom and maybe another bedroom. Like, I don't know. I just made things work. I tried things out and I think it worked out. It's a pretty small, house. It's a 2-bedroom. I believe it's a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom, actually, which is honestly not that bad for A-frame cabin that's only 2 floors. And as you can see, there is not a lot of space to work with in this house. So the fact that I got that to work was really, really nice. Your Sims might not want to move here if you're actually playing the game the way it was meant to, aka not using money cheats, no cheats in general, and you're trying to have your Sim move into a house. This house is functional, however, it might be a little too expensive by the time I'm done with everything because, like I said, they've got a pool, it's nicely decorated, it's nicely furnished, and the landscaping I definitely did not skimp on. So if your Sim is looking for an affordable house, although if this was just the house, maybe without the pool deck as well, your Sim might be able to afford it. This house is a little bit luxurious. It's more for a family who doesn't feel like they need a big house. Maybe they have some money, but they feel like they don't need a huge house to survive in. And they'd rather be surrounded by nature. They'd rather have outdoor activities. So that was my plan for this family. And in the upload, when I put it onto the gallery as well, there is, I tried really hard to make it rain in the screenshot. So I had to end up putting down the weather machine and moving in a sim just so I could get my perfect screenshot with the upload. Because again, the theme for the challenge was April, rain, showers, just rain in general, like, I don't know, just springtime and rain. So I was like, you know what? This needs a screenshot upload with it raining outside because, like, duh. So I made it thunderstorm, and the thumbnail looks beautiful. It looks great. It's everything that I imagined that this build could be. It was really, really fun to do. And as you can see here as well, I'm using a lot of stuff from, is it Tiny Living? I think those are Tiny Living chairs. I can't remember. But yeah, I think they look like Tiny Living chairs. I used a lot of Tiny Living stuff in this build. I'm so sorry if you guys don't like Tiny Living or if you don't have Tiny Living, but when that pack first came out, I really was into all the clutter objects and all of the furnishing items that came with that pack because I think they're really, really good. I still think they're really good. The last 3 packs that EA has come out with, aka Tiny Living, Eco Lifestyle, Eco Living, whatever you call it, and Nifty Knitting, I really like all of the items that came with those packs. I'm not even gonna lie. The swatches might be a little bit questionable, but again, everybody wants a color wheel. Everybody wants matching woods, which honestly I don't think is hard to ask for. Even if they went back and added matching woods for like every single item, maybe only 2 or 3 matching woods, but like just so we had that option if we wanted matching woods, that would be really nice. But I think these last couple of packs have done a really good job at matching each other. In style, not only in style, but swatches as well. So like I'm finding it a lot easier to build with all of these new packs that have come out. I'm really, really happy with how The Sims 4 is right now. I know we're going to be getting more packs in the future. I'm hoping this has another 2 years of life. This game is super fun, and I feel like it can only get better from here. I mean, I can see that right now that we've got some really good building objects now. We've got some really good cast objects. Like, it's only going to get better from here. And I hope it continues to improve, and I hope we continue to get more packs for this beautiful game. But anyways, I'm working on the little guest bathroom. I suppose it's not even a guest bathroom. It's just like the general bathroom that everybody gets to use in the house. It's not connected to a bedroom or anything. And then right next door, I've got the washer and dryer. I was debating on making this house a eco-friendly house, but then I was like, you know what? I don't think we have enough space to put clotheslines and make sure we have a wash tub outside. I might have even added those things, but I was like, you know what? I don't want this room to just be a closet. I don't want this bathroom to be abnormally large because it's supposed to be just a guest bathroom for the people who are, I don't know, just like having over at a dinner party. Those people use that bathroom, that type of thing. I didn't want it to get too big, too fancy, so I didn't even put a shower in. But this one, this bathroom here is for I believe this is considered the master suite of the house. So I'm making the master bedroom, bathroom / combination right now. And this one was really fun to make. I really like this bathroom. It's got so many different wacky elements that I normally would not use in a build. And you guys will see what I'm talking about here. So there's the room, right? So it's technically still in the house, but it's slanted because the roof is the ceiling. So this part of the room was really weird to make because I could not get at a right angle to add detailing and what I wanted in there. So I wanted this room to be more of like a spa essence. I wanted it to be like a relaxation tub. So I put a big, huge corner tub in there with a bunch of beauty products on that table and stuff like that. So, and I think it looked really, really good when it was done. So, and since there's no really windows, there is one window, but I think I put mirrors on that wall as well so they would have more of an open concept space. And then in here, we've got this beautiful, beautiful bedroom with the green and the natural brown colors for the theme in the bedroom. It looked really, really good. And then I think I made a closet over here. I can't remember why, because I just wanted to use that space, I'm thinking, because we already had a bathroom. So I made a walk-in kind of closet type of thing with a dresser and a shoe rack and stuff like that in there. So there's just a lot of detailing that went into this build, and it was really, really fun to kind of figure out the layout. Like I said, I had no idea what I was doing at first. And I knew I wanted this to be earthy. I knew I wanted this to be brown tones and green tones and blue tones and all of the earthy colors that I could think of. So for the master, I went with green because, I don't know. I was just thinking that this person in the master bedroom would really be into springtime and rain. So I was just like, you know what? Flowers bloom in spring. Grass blooms in spring. Let's go with a nice green theme. And I think it turned out really, really nice here. And then behind the kitchen, it was awkward because I had this random, I don't know, like a little water closet sized room that I did not know what I wanted to do with. Originally I was thinking about making it a bedroom, but it was only a 3x4. And I felt like that was a little too small for a bedroom. So instead I made this into a office. I moved the roof just so I could put stuff in easier and stuff like that. But I think the office space turned out really, really nice. If you have nifty knitting, you could make some edits to this as well. And you can make this into a little knitting room. You could remove that cute chair that I put there and instead put a rocking chair. Like, it could be a crafts room. It could be a crafts room. You could do whatever you want with that room. But yeah, it was just, this was a very interesting build to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with it. And then up here, as you can see, I'm working on the living room area. I didn't know for sure what I wanted to include in this living room because it's so small. Like, normally I build with open concept spaces. Although there are arches, it is still kind of closed off feeling to me. So it was really hard for me to figure out what I wanted to do with the space up here. So I think I went with making a little music corner up here, and I went to the gallery and I found some custom gallery artwork by beautiful, beautiful people who make custom gallery artwork. It's not CC, it's just custom gallery artwork. It's really hard to explain. So basically these lovely gallery creators take pictures of CC items. So they'll have their Sims either paint or take pictures of these CC paintings, and then they will upload them to the gallery, and they're not flagged as CC. There are some really weird workarounds that you have to do for it. I've made a few in the past, but it was really, really, really hard to get them to upload without it being flagged as CC, even if it wasn't a CC thing, you know, like it's basically your Sims painting a object in the game. But it's really hard to explain. But I'm so grateful for those creators because first off, they have to create the CC pieces, and then from there, they have to get their Sims to paint them. So like, it's really difficult. It's really hard. It's really time consuming. And I am 100% so thankful for them. So if you guys would like to make sure you guys, okay, what am I trying to say here? I don't even know. If you guys would like to learn how to use custom gallery artwork paintings as well, just go to the gallery and hashtag, like search by hashtag and search by paintings because you'll come up with a bunch, or just art. And a couple of creators that I would really, really recommend is Surf Chick Creation, Jewel64, God, there's so many that do some really great work. Simsational too. Those are just a few that I can think of off the top of my head. There are so many other creators. But again, it adds a lot of life. It adds so much to the game because we really are limited with our paintings and we are really limited with our artwork in The Sims 4. So the gallery is a really fun place to kind of add more personality to your builds, and I do highly recommend looking through and finding creators that you like. Make sure you also, when you are using custom gallery artwork, that you are crediting people who make them because it is really hard. It's a really hard process. So just hashtag their username if you are using their artwork in your builds because, you know, it's rude if you don't, and they do really appreciate it. I've had a couple of people thank me for doing that. So, and I was like, of course, like that's the right thing to do. So, but yeah, enough about custom gallery artwork. Let's talk about what's going on outside in this build. So right now I am making this beautiful garden hangout space that I was telling you guys about because again, I really, really wanted my Sims to have a space where they could hang out outdoors. While it's not raining. So this place is super, super big. It's super, super lush. As you can see here, I am just spraying in with a bunch of this beautiful, don't even know how to explain it, beautiful, I don't know, tile work, I guess. And then I added a fountain as well because, you know, you can't have enough water, right? You can't have enough water on this build. So added more water. I added a hedge because, again, it's supposed to be very nature themed. So I added hedges for fences instead of using actual wooden fences. And it was really, really beautiful. I loved how this turned out. And then in that middle courtyard area, you will see in a couple of seconds here that I'm going to be putting down some garden planters so your Sims can actually do things outside and have a really good time. The backyard, I didn't really have a backyard plan for this, so I just put some trees in because, again, it's supposed to be in the woods. I feel like most places in the woods wouldn't really have too much going on in the backyard, maybe like a fire pit or something, but that's pretty much all I did here. I added a little gondola, and I connected the gondola to that patio, which was a really fun concept. I've never done this before. And it was really, really fun to figure out how to do. I had no idea what I was doing. So here, I'm removing the walls, I'm raising this up, and then I'm moving it closer so I can add stairs to connect this part of that patio, the gondola, to the actual deck that they have going on out here, which was really interesting. Again, I've never done this before, but I think it turned out really nice. And then inside of that area, I put a bonfire pit because I was like, you know what, since I'm not really focusing on the backyard, like they don't really have any ground space on the backyard, we have to have a fire pit. This is a cabin after all, so I put it up in the little gondola and I think it turned out really cute. And again, since they are very avid about hanging out outside, I made a kitchen outside as well, large dining table so they can hang out and have a wonderful time with their families outside. Again, more seating space because you can never have enough. This was a really fun build to figure out. And again, think I built this build in mid-April and now it's August. So like I've been really, really sitting on recording this one. Voiceovers are really difficult for me because sometimes I don't know what I want to say. And maybe it's because I hold them off for so long. That like I forget what I've done in the builds, but also that's the fun in it, you know? Like you build this a very, very long time ago, and then you forget what you did. So it's really interesting to kind of go back and watch your brain's process make a build that you don't remember making. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very interesting. But here again, going into debug, kind of cornering off the pools, because sometimes they look really weird if you don't have any, basically signifiers that the pool is ending, because technically that porch, that deck is debug, that makes it invisible so you could see through to the pool. And it can be really glitchy and weird looking sometimes. So again, just making it look a little bit nicer. And then here in the back, I decided for final touches is to add these little logs. And these are actually seats. They're benches from Outdoor Retreat, and I sized them down and basically stuck them around the entire front and back. So just in that one area between the windows. And I thought it looked really, really nice. I've done this before for cabins, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it again here because I think it always looks super, super good. And it's really hard. It's really annoying to get this to work and actually be level. But once you do, it adds a lot to the feature of the house. Like, the front looks super, super nice when you're done with it. But that is it, you guys, for the speed build. We are coming to an end. If you enjoyed this, I definitely enjoyed building it. But if you guys enjoyed the speed build, make sure to leave it a huge like. If you want this as well, it is on the gallery. All the information's down in the comments, the description of the video below. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching the speed build. I really do appreciate you guys. And until next time, hoot out!